Hello, lovely people. I'm on page 312 now. We are still working with, oh, good, we switched it. We're working with area and perimeter, but we last worked on same area, different perimeter, switching it up, same perimeter, different area. No Kai. Valentina drew the rectangle below. Can you see, sort of? What other rectangles have the same perimeter but different areas? Okay, go to picture it. So here's the rectangle below. Let's find the area and perimeter just for fun here. So the area, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 2 equals 8. And we're talking about those square units. And then the perimeter is 4, 4, 2, 2, 4, 8, 12. Okay, so we've got 12. Oops, I want to put 12p equals 12. Alrighty, so picture it. You can use drawings to help you find rectangles with the same perimeter and different areas. The perimeter of Valentina's rectangle is 12 units. All of the rectangles below have a perimeter of 12 units. So if you were buying fencing, just fencing alone, for James, I don't know your dog's name if you have one, Valentina. Maybe you used to have one and don't have one now. I think that might be it. Anyways, if you had a pupper and you could only spend 12, enough for 12 units of fencing, okay, that's all the money you had. You'd have to think about how much area your dog would get to run around in. So which one would be kind of the bigger space? And that's where you have to figure out the area. And I know it will, I think, have us do that on the next page. If not, we certainly will find the area and perimeter for those shapes. Model it. You can use the table to help you find rectangles with the same perimeter and different areas. So again, perimeter, it's going to be the same distance around, but the inside area will be different, bigger, lesser, or greater. The table below shows the measurements of rectangles that have a perimeter of 12 units. Okay, that's all I'm allowing you guys to buy. You can only buy 12 units of fence. The rectangle Valentina drew is circled. So these are your options for length and width. Okay, you want to have the largest area for your animal that you can. So if you look on here, okay, perimeter is all 12. That's all I'm letting you buy. You are going to want to choose the one with 9 square units, aren't you? And that is a 3 unit by 3 unit shape. Would be the largest area for your animal. You really have to do the math, because when you're talking about 1 square unit difference, you can't just look at that and see which one is bigger. Okay, let's see. I think this I can zoom a little more. I didn't zoom it yet, did I? There we go. Sorry about that. Again, you have the book in front of you. Should have the book in front of you. Look at the table and model it. What do you notice about the sum of lengths and width and the width of the rectangle? All right, here's the problem and model it. That's our chart. What do you notice about the length and the width? Go ahead and pause it if you need a moment. No, I think our coworker wants in. Molly, the dog, is my coworker. Okay, what do you notice about the length and the width? Wonder if you noticed it. Sorry, I'm trying to check your video here. Take a look at this.
Get up.
The length goes up. You can't see it. The length goes up by 1 unit each time, and the width goes down by 1 unit. Length, can you see? Goes up while the width goes down. How does the sum of the length and width compare to the perimeter? So take a look at this. So they're not asking you to do each length and each width. It's the sum of just the length and the width. Okay, so 1 plus 5, that equals 6. Interesting. 2 plus 4, that equals 6. 3 plus 3, what do you think it equals? Yeah, 6. 4 and 2, 6. 5 and 1, 6. They all equal 6. Well, wait just a minute. How does that compare to the perimeter, to 12? Think about 6 and 12. I wonder if you got this. If you think about it, it is 1/2 of the perimeter. Interesting correlation there. So if you have the length and a width of a rectangle, just one side, you double that to get your perimeter. Okie doke. 15. All of the rectangles have the same perimeter as Valentina's rectangle. Only one has the same area as Valentina's rectangle. What else is same about the rectangle, about that rectangle, and Valentina's rectangle? Let's look here. So this is Valentina's rectangle. The 4 by 2, and it's 8 square units. Let's find the only other rectangle that has that based on this graph here, this table rather. So 8 square units, 8 square units. What do you notice? I know some of you are singing that little chant. I've got 2 and 4. What do you notice? You can switch the factor and have the same perimeter. So they have the same factors. Same factors. And they would add up to the same. The length and the width add up to the same. But that's the same with all of them. So they have the same factors. They're just switched. Number 16. Can 2 rectangles have the same perimeter? So here's everything with the same perimeter, but have different areas. How do you know? Okay, we have just been working with that. So yes, can they have the same perimeter in different areas? Yes. I know that length times width equals area, and there are many, we'll say factors, that make a product. So saying, find everything that you could multiply together that would equal 36. And you'd think of all of those that would equal that. And those are options for your perimeter. I don't like, why I'm pausing there is I said there are many factors that make a product. But then I started thinking about, oh, how many factors make 2? Well, it would have the same area. So I'm going to take out many because that applies to a lot of them. But yes, there are other factors that make a product. And we'll put perimeter. Yeah, don't do that. Okay, try it, smarty pantses. I think you got this. I know tables can be confusing when you are looking back and forth, but just know that when you have, all they did is they took 12 units and they said, how many different ways can I multiply to make 12? And those were all the factors that did that to make that product. Look at the rectangle below. Draw a rectangle that has the same perimeter but different side lengths. Okay, so let's see what the perimeter is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's 5. And that's 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. So can you make something that has the same perimeter but different side lengths, so a different area? So this 5 and 5 is 10, 3 and 3 is 16. So 16 is the perimeter. Find a different way to make 16. What sides could you have? Another way to do this, if you remember over here, just for kids who can kind of think ahead like that, we knew that when we added the length and the width, it was half of the perimeter. So those will give you two things. So half of 16, I know that 8 and 8 plus 8 equals 16. So let's try to find different ways to make 8. What could you add up to make 8? I know that 5 and 3 make 8, but that was already used. Is there another way you could make 8? Think about it. What numbers could you add together to make 8? Pause it if you need to. So I know that 7 plus 1, that equals 8. So let's draw. So remember, I'm trying to make 8. I'm trying to make half of the perimeter. So if I did 7 boxes long, one, two, three. Oh, sorry. Yeah. 4, 5, 6. If I did 7 boxes long and 1 box wide, that would give me 16. So I have 7 and 7 and 1 and 1. 8 plus 8. Maybe you tried to make 8 out of 4 plus 4. So 1, let me draw my rectangle here. 1, 2, 3 lines to make 4. And then I need 4 down as well, don't I? So that'd be 1, 2, 3 lines. Now I have a 4 by 4 box. So 4 and 4 and 4 and 4. 4, 8, 12, 16. That would work as well. And any of those, the complete box wouldn't matter if you switched it. But if you drew yours as 1 plus 7, 1 and 7, you would be right. So again, all I did was take the perimeter, the total number. I divided it in half, and I tried to find numbers that would add up to that total. Look at the rectangle you drew in problem 17. Is the area the same, greater than, or less than the area of the rectangle shown? So if you did this one, I mean, this is one of those you can just look at and say, yeah, this area is way bigger. And that would be less. But we could find it too. So length times width equals area, 7 times 1. The area for this is just 7. Area for this one, if you chose 4 plus 4, length times width equals area, 4 times 4 is 16. Let's find the area for this box. Length times width, 5 times 3 is 15. And gosh, that's a 1 square difference, but it matters. So in my case, it would be greater, because at first I was like, oh, 4 and 4. If you did this one or the box standing up the other way, you would write less than. Less than. You're getting there, friends. I know this jumps around a lot. It's going to use all of your math skills. And you have those skills. Trust yourself. Oh boy. Guided practice, and then you're on to the independent practice. Look at the rectangle below. Draw the rectangle that has the same perimeter but a different area. Now let's see what this person says. The perimeter of a rectangle is 20 units. Oh, thanks. We didn't have to figure that out. And the area is 24 square units. The rectangle the student draws needs to have a perimeter of 20 units too. Just remember it said same perimeter. Look how you could show your work using a drawing. Okay, so they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so same perimeter. How could you make 20? And it said here that it was 20, but I can also quickly add 6 and 4 makes 10, 4 and 6 makes 10. So this person chose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 3. 1, 2, 3.
I finished the whole lesson.
Beautiful. We'll make sure to check your answers when you're done. Okay, so 7 and 3, 7 and 3, 7 and 3, 7 and 3. And I know 7 and 3 makes 10.
Make sure I got them all right.
Okay, good idea. And that makes 10. Can you hand me that shawl? I'm chilly, not moving. Kids, you know this has to kill me because I am a mover. I like to move so much and walk around. And I can't.
You can't go outside because you have allergies.
Yes, I'm stuck inside because I have terrible allergies right now. Hopefully you don't. And I have to sit here at my
We've been doing this for 20 minutes.
desk. I know.
It would have been 20 minutes.
We've been doing this for over an hour because the other videos were about 20 minutes.
Those 2 pages and then the next 2, you'll be done.
I know. Gosh. Maybe I'll pause this one. This is going for 20 minutes. All right, maybe 20-minute
4 more pages.
videos. Okay, let's whip through this one.
4 pages left.
Because now I think you kiddos should have an idea. So they just found different ways to make 20, which 10 for each side. Half of 20 is 10. What ways can you make 10? And they came up with 7 and 3. So Taylor's dad, hi Chris, built a square deck in his backyard. One side of the deck is 10 feet long. What is the perimeter of the deck? Friends, what makes a square square? You know this. If it's 10 feet long and it's a square, ba-bam, 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 ba-bam. So really, in this case, you could say, whoops, 10 times 4. I don't want to confuse you because that is area. It would have the same. We'll say 10 times 4. We'll just do it because it's 10, 20, 30, 40 equals 40. And remember, this is not the area. This is the perimeter, so 40 feet. I hope you enjoy your deck, Taylor. Tell Dad that I would like one built for me as well. Okay, look at the rectangle below. Draw a rectangle that has the same area, but different perimeter. Man, they're making me work. The area is 4 units by 9 units, or 36 square units. So if I counted this all out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's 9. And that's 4, obviously. It translates. What numbers other than 4 and 9 are factors of 36? Okay, so it's going to have the same area but different perimeters. So blank times blank equals 36. And that's where you just have to start somewhere, kids. Start at 1. That's the most boring one. I know you can do that. So I'm going to list them up here. 1 times 36 equals 36. And then I'm not going to do every time switch the factors for you. I'm just going to go like this. So if you did 36 times 1, okay, you got it. Because we know we can switch the factors. Go to 2. Does anything times 2 equal 36? Got to think about it. How many 2's go into 36? If you're like me, I like to break things apart. So I say, how many 2's go into 30? Well, I know 15 and 15 make 2, or make 30. And how many 2's go into 6? 3. So 18 times 2. You can switch that. 3. How many 3's go into 36? I know 10 3's go into 30. How many 3's go into 6? 2. So 10 and 2. Wait a minute. What did I say? 3. Oh yeah, I was doing 3's. So 10 and 3. So 13. It doesn't work. What am I doing? 12 times 3. Sorry, I was listening to Molly snore, you guys, and it got me completely off track. She fell asleep. Nope, it's mine. Okay, 12 times 3. I so apologize, everybody. And then you could go on. So whatever ones you had that equal 36, wonderful. So show your work. You can draw it, but I think you should have the math there. So I'm going to do 12 and 3 because I don't want to draw 36 squares like that. So I'm going to draw 12. And, you know, a nice way that you could do that is, you know, this is 9. You could kind of piggyback off of this shape and do it out further. But that's not always the case. So I'm going to use my math imagination, just like you're going to use yours. because this does not look very nice. So I needed to make 12. I'm going to do 11 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If it ever gets to this point where you just can't, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow, we're going to have great math imaginations for this one. Okay. 12 times 3. It would have a different, same area, but different perimeter. 12, 12, 3, 3. 12 and 12 is 24. 3 and 3 is 6. I love tens. So 30 instead of 36. Okay, number 21. The perimeter of the shape below is 12 centimeters. And these are kind of fun. We're not doing rectangles anymore. We've got a new shape. What is the unknown length? Circle the letter of the correct answer. So we're trying to get to 12. We've got, and you could just count around if you'd like. So 2 plus 5, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plus question mark equals 12. You can subtract 12 minus 9 or just count up. 9, 10, 11, 12, 3 centimeters. Rose. Ooh, where'd my names go? What in the world? Ah, thanks, Noah. Angie, who I have not seen online all last week. Hopefully she got on Thursday. I'm going to check a minute. She's in big trouble. Angie chose D for the correct answer. How did she get that answer? Angie, how did you get D? So she has 9. Oh, I see. Do you see how, friends? Give it a minute. Pause it if you need to. How did Angie get 9? So I'm going to move on. I hope you paused it. Angie added the sides, but forgot to find the missing measurement. You were almost done.
Mom, I'm going to go into my room.
Okay. All right, friends, so close to being almost done. It is time for your independent practice. So I'm going to make that into another video. This I want you to try to do all on your own. I think you can do it. Look at the examples on the other pages.